and said,
Yeah.
oh, well, Fact Freak shared them. I didn't. I'm sorry. Do you want to repeat that?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you like to
there
repeat
was
that?
quite a few things in the live, wasn't there, that just right at the beginning she was saying something, and then halfway through it was like, well, I didn't do that. I didn't say that. Like, what?
Yeah. And like, thanks for all the follows as well, guys. And it's like I've said as well, like she's screaming her mental health. What about me? Okay, cool. What about all the mental health of the people that you shared it to?
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, I was just reading what Elle put.
Oh, Elle, I want to see those screenshots.
I think this morning it was just complete joke. I think to me it was just a sympathy live.
Yeah.
It was for everyone to tell her that not to go, that she's not in the wrong, basically sugarcoat things for her to then stay on. That's all it was. It was all for the attention to try and be like, oh, I'm not the bad person in all this.
Yeah, Jen, as well, you've said that she made you laugh because she does her lives and then goes and lives her life. It is bullshit because you see her in people's comments and jumping in boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
She doesn't go and live her life. She doesn't put the app down at all.
Maybe, you never know, her family said to her, you need to come off now. This is, you ruined the family, basically, maybe. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. It could be anything, couldn't it?
It's like Evil Bean just said she used it as one last dig to Zach. Yeah, it was her last and final attempt to turn the Z Hive against Zach. Well, I'm sorry, that will never happen. You can try all you want.
Well, it's not going to happen unless he does something to, like, each and every one of us individually. And he's not going to do that because he's had a lot of people that have supported him, for who he is and how much he has progressed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Stace as well, she also apologised to Delusive Angie.
Yeah, I see that.
I feel like that was a little bit too late.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to make friends.
Luke's live, FYPT, if I'd have known you missed Luke's live, I would have screen recorded it and sent it to you. Basically, it was Luke crying, saying he will never be run off the app. We're all a bunch of cunts. The party is cancelled.
Sorry.
Yeah. He literally sat there crying, saying, yeah, we will never run him off the app. We're all a bunch of cunts.
Who said we want to run him off the app? We didn't run her off the app. That was her choice.
I mean, I feel like we had something to do with it.
Oh, yeah, there was a great big push. A great big push. Right, okay, but that was her choice.
So, yeah, that's... Guys, you should know now, I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. And I've only got one device as well. I've only got one device. I don't know how I do it.
Do you know what I do sometimes? I've got a HDMI wire that goes into a laptop, and sometimes I'll put a live on the TV in the kitchen and then a live on my phone.
Oh, that sounds like a really good idea.
Literally, the wire only cost me $5.99 off Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that thing as well, like you've just said, comments were off. But the gifts were on. And then she was only let her mods and her mods friends in the boxes. Like, what's the matter? You can't handle the heat.
Did you see Marcus M's trying to get in?
No, I've just read that in the comments that Marcus.
I know she was in Angie's live, wasn't she, when they were Cam 2 in it?
Yeah, she was gifting EQ. She was in the chat of Reds saying, let other people in the boxes, let us in the boxes, let us in the boxes.
Oh, yeah, because she had them, like, big red exclamation marks, didn't she?
Yeah.
Did you know she also muted blue hearts in the chat?
Shock.
I put bees in the chat instead.
I got muted. I put 2 comments. I got muted and then blocked. And I wasn't even nasty. I put blue hearts and then it got muted or blocked, whatever it was. And then I put, as you've probably seen, Z Hive and Proud, and then I got blocked.
Yeah. Can I quickly say something as well? I've been in a very long marriage with a narcissist, and know behaviours very, very well now. And one of the things that really, really got to me in that live was the fact that Evil Queen triggers her. Evil Queen triggers her, and the mask slipped, and you could see that pure anger come out of Miss Red.
Yeah.
That was
I
Miss
hate when
Red.
it-
That was her. I'm a good person, I keep the peace, all this. Her speaking about EQ, that the mask had slipped because EQ has triggered her. That's her.
Have you? Has anybody seen her Facebook page?
I don't have Facebook no more.
Yeah, that was an interesting read. The comments are from, posts on there are from a few years ago, but pre-TikTok. But that's evident to the person that she is behind the scenes, behind TikTok. So yeah, anybody wants to go and have a find of it, it's an interesting read.
And on Facebook as well, there's a lot of posts like everything's very controlled by her.
Exactly right. Exactly well.
She's then saying, oh, well, actually, I hate Facebook because it's toxic. It's like, you're making it toxic. Wherever you're going, you are making that toxic. It's not everyone else, it's you.
Do you know what I feel like a bit today? Do you know when someone declares that they're leaving Facebook on Facebook, and then everybody's commenting like, oh, don't go, what's the matter, are you all right?
What made me really laugh is when she was on about everyone getting gifted, like Zach and EQ. But yet 5 minutes later, she was on about everyone to gift her so she can get to popular number 1.
Mama, you.
Sorry, my brother-in-law just came to collect my nephew. I don't know if anyone saw as well. So it came out yesterday behind her posts on her Facebook, and she was the one that hacked into her ex's account. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
No, I didn't even see the thing with this Alex thing as well. Last night, apparently.
Oh, I was in that box as well. Did you want the rundown of that?
Yeah, go on. Give us some context.
Okay, so this comes with a trigger warning, guys. Just so everyone knows, there is a trigger warning on this. So basically, Alex was messaging a girl who had recently lost her child, so she was still grieving for her child, and he was sending D-pics to her. And then she went to Only Tony Official because they were unsolicited. And he basically told her to do one. He wasn't going to do anything with it. Like, that's the very quick rundown, because obviously I don't want to trigger anyone. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell, basically.
So I'm guessing he got a bit of a grilling last night then. Is that why he was on this morning crying?
Yeah, so this girl, she'd been silenced by Only Tony Official and Alex. I don't know if she's still in boxes. Someone said that her account is private now, which would explain why she's off the leaderboards. Yeah, so she's came and she's been telling her story all weekend. And that's why Alex was live this morning, crying. He was showing screenshots of the police reports that he filed on her, and the police reports came back as no charges, because obviously it doesn't class as revenge porn because she didn't forward on the actual pictures, she just forwarded the messages on.
It was that the girl that was in, was it Miss Exposed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a bit of a gist of that because didn't Tony come in?
Oh yeah, it all blew up. It all blew up last night. Honestly, I was sitting in the boxes going, well, I'm probably going to be blocked from a few more creators now as well. But only Tony Official didn't block me, and he went live last night to expose his ex-wife, who's got a non-molestation order on him. So he's now broke that by doing the exposure on her last night.
Yeah.
And I've also got a screenshot that I need to send to his ex.
I just get confused sometimes.
Yeah, of course, everyone's free to jump in. Everyone is free to jump in. I've said even Team Reds can jump in as well and have their say as long as everything stays respectful.
I think some people's personal life shouldn't be on the app. Well, none of it should be really. Do you know what I mean? I mean, to go through that sort of stuff and it be all over TikTok as well.
Now, I've got a bit of a story, and it does end with one of Miss Red's lives and the boxes, but you're just going to have to bear with me while I go through it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I used to be friends with somebody on here, and for reasons that I'm not going to go into, we no longer are friends, but she was ganged up on by everybody in one of Miss Red's boxes. Now, this content creator makes funny videos clapping back at EQ, Alphabet, CLA. They're funny. All she's doing is holding a mirror up to their own behaviour. She went live one night and we were just discussing Alphabet, and somebody jumped into Alphabet's live and said that we were talking about it. So then Alphabet starts off on a rant and goes on about this content creator being disabled and things like that, which then ended up in a police report. Somehow it ended up going to Miss Red and all of that, and Miss Red contacted my friend and asked if she wanted to jump in a box and discuss it. So my friend jumped in the box to discuss it, and everybody that was in there, EQ, Miss Red, everybody just turned around and ganged up on my friend and said that it was all bullshit. What he said never got said. And since that day, my so-called friend has had nothing but abusive messages, phone calls. She's had people trying to figure out where she lives, what her husband does, and all of that kind of stuff. And it all stems from Miss Red. Miss Red offered the hand out to come and say these things and then just literally flipped the switch and turned it all back on her. There was over 200 people in that live that night when Alphabet said what was said, and then it's just gone nuts ever since. She's had no peace whatsoever regarding it, because they will just literally ganged up on her. EQ's been the worst out of all of them for it. But it's just not fair how people are offered platforms like this to have their own say without any prejudice or anything like that, and it all gets turned around and ganged up on, and it's just not fair on anybody. Everybody should be free to have their own say without fear of being, I don't know, not reprimanded, but ganged up on for their opinions just differing to somebody else's.
Yeah, so a lot of the lives are very one-sided, and if you don't agree with that side, then like you're gonna get bullied until you kind of back down, sort of thing. And that's been happening a lot in Prince Brat's lives. He wouldn't let any Z Hive up. He was kicking them out of the boxes once he realised there was Z Hive.
See, I never knew who he was until yesterday. Never heard of him.
So he was Luke the Judge's mod. He was a supporter of EQ. From what I've heard, he is Red's nephew. And to be fair,
Afternoon, fellow Hive.
hello.
Hello.
I had been following him, and then just before EQ sent me that uni, he followed me back and he was messaging me. He went into Expose Live where I was in the box last night, and he was like, "Oh, I'm surprised they're not bullying you." I'm not. They're not bullying me because I'm not a dickhead. Well, I am a dickhead, but like I'm not kind of screaming and shouting and being disrespectful.
No, I've seen a few lives that you've been in, and you've been very cool, calm, and collected, which is why I thought I'd come in and have my say with it, because I knew you just wouldn't jump down my throat if my opinion differed to yours.
No, because I had to apologise yesterday because I did get very heated in Canadian Angie's box yesterday because there was someone in the comments saying Zach deserved it, he's an attention seeker, and I just lost it.
Yeah, I was watching that one.
And I had to mute myself and kind of calm down because I was like, that's not okay. That is never okay. As someone who has SH and someone who has tried to unalive themselves like multiple times, don't ever say that someone is an attention seeker.
Exactly the same. Me and my daughter have both tried. So I fully understand where everybody's coming from with that, you especially. It's not fair to say that it's just attention seeking because it isn't.
No, it was desperation and it was a cry for help. It was a scream for help. It wasn't just a cry for help, it was a scream for help. So do not
sorry.
Do not come and say it was attention seeking because I won't have that. But that's why I've said, like, if anyone wants to come up, if Team Red wants to come up, like, cool, keep it respectful because I'm not having screaming and shouting in the boxes. I'm just not doing it.
No, it's not fair on anybody. To have a discussion, you need to be as it is now. Otherwise, it just ends up in a slanging match and you don't get anywhere.
And the thing is, as well, you make yourself look like an idiot. If you sit there screaming at everyone, you look like an idiot and you lose credibility on your point.
Very true. And I have my own personal opinions on EQ, but I shall leave that there. But thank you for letting me up and have my say, because like I say, it's not just the big creators that they all gang up on, it's the little ones as well, but because the little people don't hear about it and they don't see it, so I just thought I'd make people aware of what happened with my friend and how she was ganged up on in a live by them all, and it nearly destroyed not just her but her husband, and he is severely ill as well, and it's nearly put him in a grave.
Thank you for sharing the story and bringing more to light. The app is getting bad, but I think now that one of the bigger problems has kind of been run off the app, then it might kind of calm down a little bit now.
Well, I don't know about calm down. It may just reflect on somebody else, innit? It will just change over to somebody else.
Yeah, like, I'm so glad, though, because I said in Zach's live this morning, and I don't know if you saw the comment, but he's finally free. Like, he's free. Like, he's not on the strings anymore. He doesn't have to worry about what anyone's going to hold over him. Thank you for the heart meets, and thank you for all the follows as well.
Love you, Nick. Bless her.
Like, you could see the weight kind of come off his shoulders the other morning when...
Yeah, I noticed that.
You let it all out.
Yeah, it was a big... and I think everybody in the live actually could see it.
Yeah, like, just the relief on his face. And you could see it was breaking him that he had to share his story when he didn't want to. You could see that it was breaking him. And honestly, my heart broke for him. It, like, I just wanted to kind of wrap him up and protect him from it and just say, like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to explain yourself to us because we're going to love you no matter what.
Yeah, 100%.
And like I said, and I think over the weekend it has opened his eyes is just to how much support he has in the app, and I think everyone kind of underestimated it. Like,
I think he underestimates how much, like you said before, how much support he's got, but how strong he actually is to, you know, I didn't think, to be fair, he would have come on this morning after it all, but he did, and he fought for it, and there was more love than hate.
yeah,
100%.
like I'm kind of, like I said, it sounds bad because I don't mean it how it's going to come out, but I'm kind of glad that it all came to head, and I'm kind of glad that it all happened because Zach has seen just how much support he has and just how much we love him and just how much the Z Hive will back him 100%. The amount of Red supporters that jumped ship was ridiculous, and I think that's what people were expecting Z Hive to do. I think people were expecting Z Hive to kind of jump ship when all this come out, and we didn't.
Yeah. What I don't like, right, is when it all first, like the other night, the Z Hive, some of the Z Hive members were actually getting abused and attacked online. Like they were, you know, people were digging in and stuff like this. And I just don't think it's fair. Well done, good boy. I just don't think it's fair that they've got the abuse by sticking by the creator that they choose to stick by. And I don't think the other people actually realise, of course they don't, you know, what, you know, effect it'll have on them.
Yeah, and I think there's still more going on in the background.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Like I said, Mama Kaz is going in way too hard. Like it's
agree.
suspicious to me.
Yeah, I do think that as well.
Rafi, resend your request. Yeah, I don't think this is the end. I feel like it might just get
It's just the
worse.
beginning. But as long as, you know, the Z Hive have got each other, like you've done today, and I think if we're all there for Zach, we can all get through it.
Casper, we're discussing Red's live this morning and Zach. Oh yeah, and like people have said, she's put her account on private. She hasn't disabled her account. So she's still going to be bouncing through lives. And she's still going to be checking up. And I mean, a lot of Z Hive are probably going to be on the shit list. To be honest, I'm already on the shit list.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
I'm already on the shit list. So bring it on. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of these creators. What are they going to do?
There's nothing they can do.
I expose myself all the time. Wrathlord will tell you. Expose myself all the time.
Bless you.
Like I don't have any secrets. I'm very open and I'm very honest. And I'm very much like Zach in that sense. Like I have a past and I'm very honest about my past.
We all have a past, don't we? Come on. Otherwise we wouldn't have a future.
Yours or mine, Wrath? Yeah, like at the end of the day, if people know everything, then they don't have ammo against you.
Yeah, 100%.
And like it's the same. I think that's how Zach works. If you tell people your truth, they don't have any ammo to hold against you, ready to shoot the gun. And that one little piece of privacy that Zach wanted to keep, they took away from him. And that's what pissed me off the most. The fact that he was forced to tell a story that he didn't want to tell, especially not over TikTok, because he hasn't made a secret of it. He will tell his story, but it won't be over TikTok, and it won't be yet. And that was absolutely his prerogative.
And don't you think that, I do believe he was going to tell, but I do believe he was going to do it through his podcast.
Yeah, and he would have done
and I
it in
believe
his
that.
own time. In his own time, and that was 100% his right, and they took that away from him, and that was again the control that they wanted to keep over it. And he felt that he had no other choice but to come forward and do it before they did it.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. But now he's done that, and now it's not over and done with, but we all see the stress of how much that kind of relieved him. Do you know what I mean?
and like I said, watching him on live earlier, crying again because she edited more of his story on his live and was like, oh, I didn't mean that, I meant something else. No, you didn't. You're a calculated monster is what you are.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I went into another live this morning as well, and I was just watching. I wasn't in the box of this one. Someone counted 10 times she said it, not just once. So it wasn't just a slip up. It wasn't just once. 10 times it was said. So again, she's tried to do more exposing on him.
If she had said that once, I could have probably, maybe she did say it wrong because she was nervous. But if she had said it so many times, no way.
Yeah, like I said, once could be forgiven as I didn't mean it, but 10 times someone counted her doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad.
So no, that wasn't. You piss me off. That's how you make a spicy coffee. You piss me off. Yeah, 10 isn't just an accident. No, it's not. So she, and again, she was going, oh, I don't do exposures. I don't do exposure lives. That whole thing.
What it was.
Thing was an exposure live. That whole thing was an exposure live.
Yeah.
ADHD is not an excuse to be an arsehole.
No, it certainly ain't.
Yeah, exactly, Jules. It was an exposure live. She thought that, oh, I'm just going to throw him completely under the bus. Let's see him talk his way out of that. Babe, he ain't going to talk his way out of nothing. He hasn't got to talk his way out of jack shit.
I heard that apparently G Crew was leaving as well.
Thank you for the heart, Meg. That's another thing. Why is she trying to drag G Crew into it?
Yeah, when they'd already said that, they'd spoken off the app and started that.
Yeah, so sorry is for things that you do by accident. She didn't do anything by accident, and she did it more than once. So sorry, it's just bullshit at this point. And I think even if she'd have tried to say sorry and the comments were on, the Z Hive would have annihilated her.
Yeah, I think mods were working overtime this morning, weren't they?
I know. It was an absolute farce, that live this morning.
I think though, for me, with with Zach saying what he needed to, and particularly with everything more, and I think what we've got to remember is that if the morals don't match, their actions and things, you're never going to be able to reason with people. So Miss Red saying what she had to, what she needed to this morning, it was never going to have any impact on Zach, in the sense of that he didn't need any validation from her. He didn't need her to apologise. He didn't need that. He just needed to say what he needed to say. And I think what this whole process has proved is just literally what everyone else has said, how much support he has. And I think it's, for me, I've been very humbled, particularly by some creators, that they stood up and go, no, this isn't right. Moving forward, we're still going to be here for him. We are the Z Hive, and that is that. We're very loyal to him.
I would dread to see Zach's notifications from that live Friday morning, because he had like 8k people in that live. So many people jumped from Red straight to Zach. Like, I bet he doubled his following.
I can imagine you probably did.
I don't understand the millennial or Gen Z. I don't understand that. I was born in 87, so whatever.
I think I'm classed as Gen Z because I was born in 94.
Thank you for the heart, May. Yeah, like, so many people came to support Zach, and so many Red supporters came for Zach as well. Like,
No, Vixie, you're just ancient. Stop saying you're millennial. Sorry, that's my bestie in the box. She's just in the chat there.
Nice one. Yeah, look, so many people jumped ship off Red, and jumped straight for Zach. And honestly, like, I like I said, I dread to think how many more followers Zach got from that. I bet his notifications were going off. Like, he got so much more support, and so many people saw Red's true colours that day.
How is everyone else feeling after this whole, this morning? How is everyone doing? Okay.
I'm skeptical as to how long she's going to stay off the app, because she needs to stay gone.
Yeah.
I don't think she will ever be welcomed back. And every live that I've gone into, like I said, there's so many Red lives going on at the minute, and I didn't see one Zach one going, and I was like, nah, I'm done with this now. I'm gonna fire up a Zach live.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of the Red, because we've done so much fighting the last 3 days for Zach, and Team Red has just kind of sat back, that I think we're all just taking a step back now and just kind of letting it settle. And I'm like, nah, there's too much Red going on, so we need to bring some blue back into the app.
Yeah, I think we can all agree this was literally the biggest hunt assemble that we've ever done to date.
Yeah, like this last weekend, it's been so. All of my notifications are like, so and so has liked a post that you've reposted, and because I'm just commenting and reposting everything to do with Zach. Yeah, my notifications have all just been XYZ has liked. Yeah, Zach's okay. He, like I said, it broke my heart because he did break down again after she was doing her 45-minute goodbye session.
Oh, didn't that go on?
He was okay. Honestly, like, someone said the Queen's funeral wasn't even this fucking long.
the block words using bitch, and you will get your fucking day. Sick bitch.
EQ's laughs, lady.
Yeah.
About kids the way you do, right?
And you became friends with the afterwards, love, so you must be
because
sick.
to speak on it, you gotta think it.
But you made friends with me after all of that.
People are nods in the grandkids or nods in the kids.
This is
you do, because that is your fucking thought process. You sick fucking bitch.
Oh. Hold on a minute.
I thought she actually lost the plot at this point, didn't she?
I really think she's won, don't she?
You never heard me talk sick about kids. You don't hear me in boxes ripping people apart.
I've just seen Simon ordering a meal for one at the Golden Chef. So we know what he's been doing.
Part of the show.
Prawn crackers are still on the side.
Thinking of winning here, but you actually have won nothing. Let me tell you why. Because you will always be miserable. You'll be sat in that skanky bedsit.
Prime example of a narcissist backed into a corner.
Life, because you've got no fucking love in here. You've got no fucking love in your heart. And I know she's sat going, you know it's the fucking truth. That's what you can't keep a man. I'm the winner, darling. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm the winner. I've got 3 beautiful children. I've got a beautiful granddaughter. I've got an amazing fucking husband who pounds me twice. He doesn't. Actually, when he's done it, he goes out and buys me a Chinese and a bunch of flowers.
Sorry, I inhaled at the wrong time.
Right, and Rick's, do I apologise to you two, darling? I apologise to you two, Rick's dad, because I don't believe you did sleep with that. I really don't.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, Kelly.
I really don't believe you did sleep with that, because how can anyone touch that with a fucking 10-foot barge pole? Because she's vile. And I'd like to apologise to you, Bradley, as well.
There we
she did
go.
manipulate me into not talking about you. Do you know what I mean? I did believe her for a minute, especially when she told me you got the black eye because she got your face. But then,
Thank you,
2 weeks ago, she slipped up and said she wished she would have punched you harder. So, Bradley, I apologise to you as well. And good riddance of a Bradley. Good riddance of a darling. You deserve better.
Oh, God.
Right.
This woman,
So,
honestly.
EQ, like I say,
Thank you, sugar.
you may sit there thinking you're amazing, but you're really unhappy because you've got nobody in your life, and you never will have anybody in your life because you've got a black soul. A black soul you've got.
Compliments I've ever heard.
I may have not won TikTok, darling, but I've won in real life. And that's what real life is about. Love, having people.
She's gone off her head.
Which I've got, and you know we'll have.
This is a narcissistic meltdown.
Thank you, LJ, for his
Winning. Is that what winning is?
Always will be.
Thank you.
So where are we going from here? What have we got to say next?
Ooh, look at them.
Thank you, my darling.
The funny thing is, when she said her husband pounds her constantly,
Fucking pound of cake more.
it was like, honestly, I didn't, before she said that, I didn't think he did. Looking, I didn't think she did, and I think she's done well there.
Imagine it.
No, because it's sort of
She's done
it's a box in my head to now know that someone does actually pound her.
Well done, Miss Shreds.
Kaz, I just want to dive into you a little bit. How many times a week do you pound?
Well, there's a lot of Chineses on the side, mate. So.
Prawn crackers.
And your house is full of flowers, isn't it?
Means everybody.
Was this before she opened the boxes?
Yeah.
But, you know,
Thank
yeah.
Wow.
Built it up from scratch out of Team Rads and all my originals. Hence why it's so popular.
I've been flagged for bullying. I'm literally pressing restart, everyone. So I'm coming straight back. I'm literally going to press restart. Kylie, that's why I'm never off. Thank you, Kylie.
You know, rather than having all the boxes full of these people. Well, in some cases we were there so that we could hear what Miss Red couldn't when things were kicking off. And in other cases, you know, when we weren't there and it was absolutely flying.
We're number one.
We could see.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to Cockapoo, do it?
Well, can I just to listen to the first bit of what she says?
Isn't it amazing how everyone was able to hold their emotion together until the microphone got turned off? Amazing.
When things were kicking off, and in other cases, you know, when we weren't there and it was absolutely flying.
Well, number one,
we could see.
Yeah, Cockapoo's voice really is boring.
It's a pity she didn't read her fortune crackers from each channel.
That's enough to put you out Chinese.
Sorry, I think I cut it off there. I'm not sure if I recorded the boxes. I don't think I did. Because I couldn't be arsed listening to the boxes.
Did you hear them all crying on cue? Oh my fucking days.
I see Simon walking up my road crying, anti-back in his hands.
For all the crying I've seen this morning, I've still not seen one tear.
Can I also ask about, obviously, I don't know if anyone heard towards the end, obviously Alex Brigham came in and, you know, he was just saying about the situation, and then he started to get very, very emotional and he couldn't speak, and then he said that he was going to just clear up a few things and then he was going to leave the app.
Did you not see him but try to play both sides with Angie as well? While greeting, sobbing his heart out, he couldn't make it any more clear. Big up Angie for sticking up for me. Big up Angie for sticking up for me. I noticed that with a lot of Miss Red's friends today. They were playing both sides. They were being nice to her, but they're hedging their bets just to see if she is going to.
Yeah.
That's it, Rido, because she
and then they'll go to Ranch.
Have anybody in there. That's why. Alex will be in there, back in there, green screen, wheezing away like a broken fucking pair of bagpipes.
I missed the bit where they were all crying. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was out.
Did you not? It was.
No. I don't
my
even know
favourite one was. My favourite cry was Mama Kazi's. That was joyful.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's just that I can see that after all this, next week they'll all be sat at 10 o'clock in the morning with Miss Red.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not get the
yeah, I'll be exactly the same.
But let me see if I can.
And see again, but Miss Red, see even if you were to portray Zach to be the worst of the day and the biggest cunt of the cunt, that's fine. It still does not make you any less of a cunt.
Yeah,
they can all see you for what you are.
Yeah. I'm glad she had that little breakdown, because you can actually see who she really is. You know, she comes on here, pretends who she is every day. No,
some of us know her from before.
Do you know? And I said earlier on, right at the start of the live, obviously there wasn't this amount of people in the live, but I think if you're telling the truth about something, you don't need bullet points, you don't need notes and things. You speak the truth without having to look at things, right? So it's just another point that shows me that it's lying, it's deception, it's devious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you never notice on this app as well? All the good people have to tell you how good they are, how loyal they are. Loyal and good people don't need to tell you how good and loyal they are. You can see it.
Exactly. But what happens on this app is when you start getting bigger and bigger. Now, Kaz, I know when you were really quite big, you've got a lot of big accounts, and back in the day, you never really befriended creators on here. I think she did mention that at some point today I think it was that concept today that he's not friending or not friending anybody. And I think that's the right way to go. And if you're having a show like this, then you have to stay completely neutral, and you can't be getting embroiled and involved. Because it just all falls apart.
But see, even all that, Millie, like the shows and all that, like, we pay the internet. Coffees are coming on to break up the day to pass an hour of time. And these people are literally letting their ego get above them, where they think they're literally Jeremy Kyle in the morning. Like, who the fuck do you think you are?
I was thinking this last night, like, why?
We get this up in Scottish TikTok. You're not allowed to go into this one. If you go into this live, you're not allowed to go out here. It's fucked up.
It's the people of all of her fans gassing her up all the time. That's what I say about these people that I keep saying it's boring. They throw so much behind her. They make her think that she is a queen. If you tell someone that you're the queen, you're in charge of the app, you're the best, over and over again, especially to a narc like her, it's only going to go one way,
But could you imagine, right, like, I don't know if you're parents or whatever, but imagine sitting in your living room on a Friday morning or a Friday night, and you heard your teenage children in the room shouting and screaming the way you see some adults on this app. You would go in and fucking wring their necks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, fully grown adults behaving worse than children.
That's right. When I lose my shit or I'm screaming in a box, my 12-year-old is always telling me off.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
This is why do you bother, Dad? Why are you bothering with them?
This honestly, it's so shocking how people are. They do have such an inflated ego that they literally think they're king shit, and it just baffles me. It always blows my mind when people are like that.
Nils, I'll see you later, everyone.
See you later, Basil.
See you later, Basil.
But you know what came into my head as well? See when she says to Evil Queen, I may no have won this on TikTok. It's just like a big game to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Constant competition.
I mean, I still say at the end of the day, this is all, everything that, it's all about the money they can get, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And more than
I've been on...
Sorry, Ben. What they can
I was just going to say, I've been on here 4 years.
Oh,
sorry, Ryan, on you go, love.
Sorry. I was just going to say, what you can see is a lot of them aren't genuine. See, a lot of the big creators, they're out for themselves.
Yeah.
And people can see it. It's just the smoke and mirrors and the bullshit that comes with it.
I mean, there's always something with all these big creators that are raking in this money. There's always a criticism you can give them. Always.
Do you know who I can't wait to fall out? Me and Ryan were talking about this. Like, I've been on here 4 years. We've seen this on a smaller scale. Friendship groups forming only because of a hatred of someone else. Like a joint hatred. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Miss Red and Mama Cass to fall out because I think they are held together by some dirt they have on each other. Like some amount of dirt.
Do you know there's another thing there, right? So think about all the dirt Miss Red now has on everybody, right? She says she's leaving the app. She says she's left the app. What's to say that she doesn't set up another account that starts exposing other people?
Nobody leaves the app.
I was just going to say that.
What's she going to do at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? Make a cup of tea? Just sit and watch the telly? I don't think so.
Well, all these people, Rido, that she's got stuff on now, best be worried, because if she wants to fight back behind the scenes, she can create holy hell for everybody.
Yes.
And let's be fair, she knows she can't come on at 10 in the morning and do it anymore because we see through it. So what is she going to do? Sleek back into the background, make slimy little moves.
Say, Millsy, Mikey's got me mixed up. He clearly thinks I'm Donna because he's just invited me to kiss his chicken balls. And I've told him absolutely not.
You're not getting a pounding.
You know you want them, Max.
You might eat a Chinese later, Max.
You're getting some flowers, you bitch.
No, I think the whole point of this was I really just wanted to kind of show that when you start off and you become big and you start getting involved with other people, and the whole point of how a group of people can start to take a control and how it affects people who don't have the voice, right, but also people who get brought into it that didn't want to be brought into it, and how they've turned it onto him, deflected it onto him, made his life hell. And it just goes to kind of highlight how these groups work and the effect it can have on them. And I think the trolling situation, as I said before her FYP show, it was bad, but it wasn't to the extent it's got. And the more people she got involved, the worse the trolling got. Now, she might not think it, but having these friendship groups, the trolling starts going across all their platforms as well, and they all start, one sticks up for one sticks up for the other, then more bitches happen. So people have to really step back and start looking at things from not being so involved in this app and not being so blinded by what they see and believing what every creator says to them. Because at the end of the day, the creators are out for themselves. No, I'm not saying all of them, I'm talking about the big ones here. They're out for themselves, not out for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a business, it's a job.
Correct.
Money.
Now, before I jump down, I'm just going to say to everyone, the best bit of advice I can give you is don't go in a group chat with other TikTok people.
Well, you know what, Benji? If I were to give any advice for it now, is that if you're married and you've got a partner, try and get pounded more times a week than that.
Well, do you know what? I'm just away to do some stretching.
Let's not take it. People need to stick to their own morals. Let's not flip flop when somebody comes into your box and flip your opinion. Stick to what you believe in, because
No, I always
you're
do that.
going to fall for every time.
Can
You're
we also put a poll up? Do they think Miss Red did the right thing by leaving the app? Right, and then by her leaving, please, if somebody could do that, that would be good. But also, I want to kind of go around Miss Red's decision to leave the app. Do you think that has been like a get out clause for our friends to get them off the hook, to try and let things die down? Or do you think she's just done it because she's genuinely fed up with it and she's had enough? Or do you think she's protecting things from, from other people? What's your thought?
I think she's taking a step back and like Jay or somebody will come and take care.
No, she ain't taking no step back. She'll stay away for a couple of weeks. She'll be in on a fake account, and then she'll come back and reinvent herself.
Yeah.
What do you really believe? She's used to getting up at 10 o'clock every morning looking at her phone. Do you think she's going to get up tomorrow morning and switch on her TV? And her mind's not going to think...
Have you ever...
I genuinely believe, sorry, I'm just going to jump down, I promise this will be the last thing. I genuinely believe that, see, like her little friendship group say, I believe that some of their money will be funneled to her and she'll still be as busy in the background fucking doing the puppet strings with all the dirt and trolling. She's going to be busy. She'll not have to come on the app. Thank you for
She'll be in the background.
Thanks a lot. See you
I
later.
actually think it's very hard to put your phone down and not come on this app, right? So I think she's going to spend a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and she might stick by her word that she's not coming on the app, but she'll be on a fake account and she'll be causing shit behind the scenes, right? Because I think that's who she is deep down, right?
Yeah.
She's going to cause shit for other people. The whole of TikTok's going to get reset in a way by who's doing what and who's where and who's got what persona, etc. That's all going to be reset, and she's going to come back as somebody else.
But Chippy, she never actually said she was coming off the app. She just said she wasn't doing the show.
No, she didn't.
So
No, she did. She said it's her saying goodbye. She don't want to be a part of the app no more.
Yeah.
But then she's put her account on private and got it subs only.
Yeah.
And all the people that subscribe this morning.
Mikey, to the end of the month. When her subs run out, that'll be a different thing. She has to keep them subs to get that income.
All I know, at the minute, this seems to be a trending thing. All right, everyone's going for everyone at the minute.
Yeah.
Which is fine if it's the right people.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to, moving forward, I've got a lot of free time. Right? I'm going to put a lot of time into dismantling these manipulative narcissists at the top. If Miss Red wants to come back under a different alias or under a different mask that she wears, she's getting dismantled. Luke the Judge, you're getting dismantled. The Fact Freak, dismantled. It doesn't matter whether they come back with a smile on the face, a different voice, a different narrative. They've already committed the crimes. People can't go about on here, start doing something bad. Shit, it's the fan. They go off for a bit and come back on, and it's just blown away. It doesn't happen.
And it all started coming out a few months ago with Angie, remember, with the pictures on Clapper.
And what time do you go? What time do you go live on a night, Kaz?
Around 11 or something.
So 11 o'clock, guys. If you want to see some dismantling of people, Kaz has now started a thing up that, basically it's about dismantling, looking into other aspects and different points of view, etc., of different people. So tune into him at 11 o'clock at night.
I'm not trying to
Kaz, you can make me a moderator.
I'm not trying to self-promote it, but I'm just like,
I'll follow you.
This is all blown over. I'm still going to be sat there chipping away at someone. So it's what it is.
Do you know what I thought was quite interesting as well today? When she did open the boxes and she only wanted people who were friends and stuff to come on, where was DG? Where was DG, the person that she dropped EQ for, the person that she loved and was her friend and she was crying about the other day? Where was he to come in and say cheerio, goodbye?
Listen, DG, it's a big bamboo stick on the radar at the minute. I've had people come forward, I had a person come forward saying they were part of a group which DG created behind the scenes, a little messaging group full of big gifters run by the mods. And I know what's going on with DG. He's next to tumble, trust me. He's the next one to tumble. Him and Miss Red, they're no different. They've all got leverage over someone. They've all tried to ruin someone behind the scenes to benefit themselves. is no different, but it's still lingering at the top. The only difference with DG is bringing new people on. JC, all these abbreviations, Alke. He's just trying to make a bigger gang of people to pull strings. He's literally recycling audiences around these new people he brings in. It's crazy, isn't it? How someone you never heard of comes on the app, and then before you know it, 800 people in the live. Before you know it, let's get these to number one. Mate, there's a ring, and it's all going on behind the scenes, and it's going to
If you want to see DG dismantled, tune in to Kaz, 11 p.m.
Right, I'm just going to do a quick poll. Happy face if you think Miss Red made the right decision to go off. Sad face if you thought no.
Fucking lootly, because I can't vote in the poll. And can I say, if you want to see a car crash waiting to happen, tune in to Mikey, because he gets pissed nearly every day.
Not today.
I'll also, when Max H goes live, we can talk about growlers.
She's got a big
And
fucking
when
steak
Chippy
minge.
goes live, we can talk about his kinky obsession with clam packets.
Sorry to put someone on the spot in the comments, but it's a you problem. Is that Michelle or not?
That's Michelle, yeah.
Michelle, do you want to pop up for a sec?
I was going to say that. I've seen a comment. But then again, like, Michelle was vulnerable, wasn't she? So what can she say? I don't know. Is she still under the thumb? I don't know.
No,
Can I say something? See, if you're vulnerable and you've got money, throwing money at people's never going to help that vulnerability. It's never going to give you peace of mind trying to help out other people. Because if you can see, nobody's on here really with good intentions for, you help me, I'll help you. It's help me, help me, help me. Why people are getting into mega amounts of debts it blows my mind. Blows my mind.
If everyone had the bank balance above their head when they come on, everyone had a number above their head, like a gifting level, you'd see what creators would be friends with who, right? Yeah. And that's how it works. And by the sounds of things, from what I've seen with that Michelle and that PD or whatever, it's the exact same thing. They just take advantage, love bomb. You see it happen in lives. Someone sends something big and they're like, yes, go on. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'm going to explain. So a long time ago, Kaz, I used to go around testing people. So I'd send them a big gift, these big creators, send them a decent gift and see what they did. And people like Lawrence, the minute I sent him a decent gift, he was adding me as a friend. And then he was messaging every time he went live. I'm live. You know what I mean? And then when I didn't message, he got rid of me quickly. And then he went against me.
Well, I called out JC the other day on a live about what he's doing. I'll go into it further another time. But his audience jumped over. So someone must have been watching me from who's something to do with JC, then all of them jumped over. Team JC. No one had a gifting level under 25.
Yeah.
It was insane. I could just see numbers everywhere in front of people's names, and I thought, these are the people we're trying to help, the vulnerable people, and they're coming in flocks. It's just mad.
Michelle jumped over as well, she said. Is that what you say, Michelle?
Michelle jumped over.
You're confusing me. You keep saying my name.
It's a you problem. Not English, but it's a you problem.
Yeah, it's crazy and it's mad.
It'd be interesting. I'm sure.
Call JC. I should call JC out, Kaz.
I'm sure Michelle's been up in all sorts of lives and explained the story and stuff, but at some point, whether it's because you've moved on from it or you feel better in yourself or you've learned or recovered why you're not doing it anymore, but it'd be good if you had a platform, Michelle, where it was just about helping people who've been in your situation, because it's all good about bringing awareness to it while it's current and while it's like a brackets trending thing, but there's still victims every day who are on live, and they need to hear it, because again, if you've got a level 46 gifting score, that means you've spent a bit of mucho grande, haven't you? And all these people want the highest gifting score who's doing it, and I don't know, hearing it from someone like you would probably change the perception a little bit, but it's just a thought, isn't it? Just a thought.
That's what it. See, years ago when you would, like the old woman in the scheme, and they would be the con men go to their doors. Nowadays, it's literally on their phone. People are literally coming on here with an ulterior motive of how to put a sob story across, put some sort of story across to get emotional connection, to just get gifts at them. And then they throw them to fuck. It means nothing to them.
If anyone in these boxes here goes after someone who's a big creator, it's not because they dislike them as a person straight away. It's because what they're doing to other people. It's not like a personal vendetta against this person, or it's not jealousy, it's not this. It's just, if you tackle someone at the top, all the weaker links will fall. And when the weaker links fall, all the vulnerable people come out. Yeah. And then you can speak to them and try and get a word across to them. That's all it is. It's not an attack at your favourite creator. We're not doing it to hurt you, the viewers. It's to help. Like, that's all it is. Helping you guys, but...
Well, that was a very good live, man.
Anyway, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to end it there and go and get a little bit of housework done. But no, I appreciate it. And yeah, as I say, I'm sure Kaz, you'll go into it a little bit more in detail tonight as well. But I just wanted, obviously, I was sitting watching it. I hadn't planned on going live. I was watching it and recording it, and I thought, you know what? There was just one hole after another, and one lie, and you see through it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to just go in and try and decipher this a little bit and just see what people think of what she said. And yeah, so there we go. But
thank you for letting me join.
Thank you so much.
Let's have a look at that bus tip.
Thanks for hanging us up, Mosey.
No worries.
Thanks, Mills.
No worries. Right, everybody.
See you later. Bye.
Guys, have a good day. Bye.
Have a good